My girlfriend said, "Why can't you be successful like my ex?" during an argument. I said, "You're right, let me fix that." What she found out about my unsuccessful bank account the next day made her beg me to stay. I, 31 male, need to get this off my chest while it's still fresh. Yesterday, my girlfriend Melissa, 29, of 18 months, basically nuked our relationship with one sentence, and now she's blowing up my phone, acting like I'm the villain for showing her exactly what she asked to see. We've been having a rough patch lately. Nothing major, just the usual stress. Her lease was up, we were talking about moving in together, normal relationship progression stuff. I work in IT consulting, drive a 2018 Honda Accord, live in a decent but not fancy one-bedroom. Melissa works in pharmaceutical sales, makes good money, drives a leased BMW. The argument started stupid. We were at dinner Saturday night, and she was going on about her coworker's engagement ring. 3 carats, platinum band, custom design, the works. I made some comment about how that seemed excessive, and she got quiet. "You just don't get it," she said. "Get what?" "The importance of showing you care, investing in your future." I knew where this was heading. We danced around this before. "Melissa, we've talked about this. I'm saving for our future. Being responsible doesn't mean I don't care." She stabbed at her pasta. Trevor never had a problem showing he cared. Trevor, the ex-investment banker, drove a Tesla, took her to Cabo twice a year. Trevor, the guy she swore she was over when we started dating. "We're not talking about Trevor," I said. "Maybe we should." Her voice had that edge. Trevor understood ambition. Trevor had his life together by 30. I have my life together. She laughed. Actually laughed. "You drive a Honda, David. You shop at Target. Your idea of a vacation is visiting your parents. What's wrong with any of that?" And then she said it. The sentence that changed everything. "Why can't you be successful like my ex?" At least Trevor had the drive to actually make something of himself, instead of just coasting through life like you. The restaurant felt silent, even though it wasn't. I set down my fork. "You think I'm unsuccessful? I think you lack ambition. You're content being mediocre." IT consulting? Really? Trevor was making partner track at 28. "And where's Trevor now?" I asked. "Living his best life in Manhattan, probably. While I'm here arguing about ring sizes with someone who thinks Olive Garden is fine dining." I pulled out my wallet, threw down cash for dinner. "You're right. I should be more like Trevor, more successful. Let me work on that." She rolled her eyes. "Don't be dramatic. I'm not. You want to see success? I'll show you success. Give me 24 hours. "David, stop. No, you made your point. I'm unsuccessful, mediocre. Got it. Let's go." The drive home was silent. She tried to backtrack when we got to her place, said she didn't mean it that way, but I was done talking, told her I'd call her tomorrow. Went home and made some phone calls, set some things in motion. She wanted to see success? Fine. Update 1. So yesterday, Sunday, was interesting. Started with 37 missed calls from Melissa. Ignored them all. Had stuff to do. First stop, the Mercedes dealership. Not to buy, to pick up. See, here's what Melissa didn't know. That 2018 Honda? I bought it cash to replace my AMG GT after I decided I was tired of the attention. The payments I told her I was making, that money was going straight into index funds. The dealer still had my info on file. "Mr. Davidson, long time. Still have the GT? Sold it 2 years ago, but I'm thinking about something new. What have you got?" 3 hours later, drove off in a 2024 S-Class. Matte black, paid in full. The sales guy remembered me from my last purchase and asked if I was still doing the stealth wealth thing. "Not anymore," I told him. Next stop, my storage unit. The one Melissa didn't know existed. Pulled out some documents I'd need for tomorrow, grabbed a few other things. My Rolex, the one my dad gave me when I sold my first company at 26. Some photos from my old office. The patent certificates. That IT consulting gig she mocked? It's my company. Started it 5 years ago after selling my first startup. We handle security infrastructure for 3 Fortune 500s. I keep my name off the website, work remote, let my team handle the flashy stuff. Why? Because I learned early that money makes people weird. But Melissa wanted successful. So successful she was getting. Texted her at 3 p.m. "Can we meet tomorrow? Want to show you something." She replied instantly, "OMG, finally. I've been worried sick. Yes, whatever you want. Coffee shop on 3rd, 10 a.m. Bring your laptop." My laptop? Why? Just bring it. Then I made one more call. To Veronica, my attorney. Explained the situation. You sure about this? She asked. Yup. Draw it up. Update 2, Monday morning, 10 a.m. Walked into the coffee shop wearing the Tom Ford suit I hadn't touched in 2 years. The Rolex visible. Carrying my actual laptop bag, the Hermes one, not the Best Buy special I usually use. Melissa was already there, nervous energy radiating. Her eyes went wide when she saw me. David, you look different. Sat down across from her. You said you wanted successful. This is successful. I don't understand. Pull up LinkedIn. What? Your laptop? Pull up LinkedIn. Search for Davidson Security Solutions. She typed, confused. Found the company page. 200 employees. Major contracts listed, founded 2019. Okay, check the founder. She clicked. There was my photo, my real bio, the one that mentioned the previous exit, the patents, the board positions I held. Her face went white. This is your company? Yup. But you said you were a consultant. I am. For my own company, I consult on the high-level stuff. My team handles day-to-day. Why didn't you tell me? Because I wanted someone who loved me for me, not my bank account. Guess I failed that test. She was scrambling now. David, I didn't mean. I was frustrated. You know I love you. Do I? Because Saturday you literally said I was mediocre, unsuccessful, not like Trevor. I was being stupid. No, you were being honest for the first time probably. That's not fair. I pulled out my phone, showed her a photo. See this house? The one in the hills? I bought it 3 years ago. Cash. It's been rented out because I liked my apartment better. Less pretentious. Her jaw dropped. The Honda? Sold my Mercedes because I got tired of people like you only seeing the car. The clothes? I donate thousands in designer stuff every year because wearing it makes me feel like a tool. David, please? But hey, you want Trevor-level success? Cool, I'll move into the house, drive the Mercedes, wear the watches, play the part. But here's the thing, you won't be there to see it. What? Pulled out the document Veronica prepared. This is a list of everything you said I couldn't afford, or wasn't ambitious enough to get. The ring you wanted? Could buy it tomorrow. The Cabo trips? I own a timeshare there I never use. The lifestyle you think equals success? I actively chose to reject it. I don't understand why you're doing this. Because you showed me who you really are. You don't want a partner, you want a bank account with abs, and the messed up part? I was going to propose next month. Had the ring already. 2 carats, princess cut, exactly what you pinned on your Pinterest. She started crying. You were gonna propose? Was, past tense, before I found out I'm only worth what's in my wallet to you. That's not true. David, please. We can work through this. No, we can't. Because every time I'd look at you, I'd wonder if you actually loved me or just the lifestyle. That's not a marriage. That's a business arrangement. She grabbed my hand. I love you. I was being stupid and shallow and I'm sorry. You compared me to your ex and found me lacking. Except you didn't even know who I really was. You just saw the Honda and the Target runs and decided I was beneath you. I never said that. You said I was coasting through life, mediocre, those were your words. I was wrong. Yeah, you were. But not about what you think. You were wrong about what success looks like. It's not about the car or the watch or the zip code. It's about being happy with your choices. I was happy being low-key, but that wasn't enough for you. Update 3. She didn't leave quietly. Oh no, Melissa went full nuclear. First came the texts. Screenshots of them would probably break the internet. You lied to me for 18 months. You made me look like an idiot. This is emotional manipulation. You're a sociopath for hiding this. Then came the smear campaign. By Tuesday afternoon, her version of events was all over her social media. According to her, I was a deceptive narcissist who hid my wealth to test women and got off on watching her struggle. Struggle? Girl drove a leased BMW and lived in a luxury apartment complex. Her friends started attacking me online. Calling me manipulative, saying I was abusive for hiding assets, claiming I probably did this to other women. One even suggested I had trust issues that bordered on mental illness. The thing is, I never lied. Not once. I told her I worked in IT consulting. True. I said I was saving money. True. I said I preferred a simple lifestyle. True. She just never asked follow-up questions because she'd already decided I was beneath her ambition level. But the best part came Wednesday. Got a call from Trevor. Yeah, the ex. Hey man, this is awkward, but I wanted to give you a heads up. About Melissa. She's been texting me nonstop since Sunday, saying you two broke up, wanting to get coffee, asking if I'm single. Seriously? Yeah. She sent me some article about high-value men and said she realized she'd been settling for less than she deserved. Wow. Look. I don't know you, but I know her. She did this when we were together too. Always comparing me to her friends' boyfriends, always wanting more. I made partner, and suddenly it wasn't enough because someone else made senior partner younger. Why'd you stay? I didn't. That's why we broke up. She told people I cheated, but really I just got tired of never being enough. Why are you telling me this? Because she's now telling people you're abusive and manipulative. Figured you should know she's following the same playbook. Also, thought you might want to know she's been texting me since you guys started dating. I never responded, but she'd sent updates about how you weren't ambitious enough. I thanked him and hung up. Then called Veronica. Can we send a cease and desist for the defamation? Already drafting it. Thursday, Melissa's mom called. Carol, we'd met a few times, seemed nice enough. David, what is going on? Melissa is devastated. She said I was unsuccessful compared to her ex. I showed her otherwise. We broke up. She says you lied about being wealthy. I never lied. I just didn't flaunt it. There's a difference. You should have told her. Why? So she could love me for my money instead of pretending to love me despite thinking I was mediocre. She didn't mean those things. Carol, she texted Trevor 3 hours after our breakup trying to reconnect. She meant every word. Silence. Then, she did what? Ask her. Carol hung up. Found out later there was a massive fight. Melissa apparently admitted she'd been keeping options open with Trevor and 2 other exes throughout our relationship, just in case someone better came along. Update 4. It's been a week since the coffee shop confrontation. The entitlement escalated to absolutely unhinged levels. Friday got served. She was suing me for emotional distress and financial deception. Her claim? That I induced her into a relationship under false pretenses and caused her severe emotional trauma by hiding my wealth. She wanted $50,000 in damages. Veronica laughed for 5 solid minutes. She's suing you for not being poor? Apparently, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Countersue for defamation. She's been posting that you're abusive all over social media. But Saturday was when it went completely off the rails. I'd started moving into the house in the hills, finally deciding to actually live in the place I'd bought. Was unloading boxes when a car pulled up. Melissa, her mom Carol, and some dude in a cheap suit. Can I help you? I asked. Cheap suit stepped forward. I'm Melissa's attorney, Bradley Thornton. We're here to discuss settlement. Get off my property. Mr. Davidson, my client is willing to accept $30,000 and an NDA to make this all go away. Your client can accept these hands if she doesn't get off my property in the next 10 seconds. Melissa stepped forward. David, be reasonable. You humiliated me. You made me look like a gold digger. You are a gold digger. You literally texted your ex within hours of our breakup. That's not, I was hurt. You were shopping for a replacement before I even showed you my bank statement. Carol chimed in. David, just pay her. It's nothing to you anyway. The entitlement. The absolute balls. You know what? You're right. Money means nothing to me. Pulled out my phone. Veronica? Yeah, they're here, at my house, trespassing and attempting extortion. Call the police. Bradley went pale. Now wait a minute. You have 5 minutes before cops arrive. Your choice. They scrambled back to the car, but Melissa couldn't resist one last shot. You'll regret this. Everyone will know what kind of person you are. Good. Tell them I'm the guy who dumped a gold digger. See how that plays out. Sunday brought the masterpiece, a GoFundMe. Help me rebuild after narcissistic abuse. Her story painted me as a millionaire who got his kicks from watching her struggle while hiding my wealth. Goal, $25,000. She raised $127. Someone commented, maybe date people for who they are next time instead of their wallet. But Monday was Karma's final kiss. Remember how she worked in pharmaceutical sales? Well, turns out her company has a social media policy and a morality clause, and her posts about me, the lawsuit, the GoFundMe, HR found them. Got a call from a mutual friend Tuesday. Melissa got fired. What? Yeah, the company said her online behavior reflected poorly on them. Plus, she was using company time to post all that stuff. They had screenshots of timestamps during work hours. Damn. It gets better. She can't get unemployment because it was termination for cause. And the lawsuit against you? Her lawyer dropped her after finding out she'd been lying about the timeline of events. Wednesday, one final text from Melissa. I hope you're happy. You've ruined my life. I didn't respond, but I did donate $1,000 to her GoFundMe with the note, for therapy, you need it. She refunded it within an hour. Final update. It's been 3 months now. Wanted to give one last update because the aftermath was instructive. Melissa's lawsuit went nowhere. Turns out judges don't appreciate people trying to sue others for not flaunting wealth. Her lawyer formally withdrew after Veronica sent over evidence of Melissa's text history with multiple exes during our relationship. Hard to claim emotional distress from deception when you're actively shopping for upgrades. The defamation countersuit, however, had teeth. Melissa ended up settling. Can't disclose the amount, but let's just say it covered my legal fees and then some. She also had to post a public retraction of her accusations. Her post was beautiful in its simplicity. I was wrong about David Davidson. He never lied to or abused me. I apologize for any misstatements I made in anger. The comments roasted her alive. Found out through the grapevine what happened next. Without her pharma job, she couldn't afford the luxury apartment. Moved back in with Carol. The leased BMW got repossessed after 2 missed payments. Her Instagram went from lifestyle posts to motivational quotes about rising from the ashes and learning from mistakes. She tried reaching out twice. Once through a mutual friend who said she wanted closure. I declined. Second time was a handwritten letter. Opened with, I know you hate me, but went straight into the shredder unread. Trevor actually reached out again last month. Apparently Melissa had been stalking him too, showing up at his workplace, telling people they were reconnecting. His company had to issue a restraining order. He warned me she might try the same with me. She didn't, but her mom did call one more time. David, she's really struggling. Maybe you could. Carol, no disrespect, but your daughter told me I was mediocre and unsuccessful because I didn't flash money around. Then when she found out I had money, she tried to sue me for not telling her about it sooner. There's no maybe here. She's learned her lesson. Has she? Because last I heard she was telling people I manipulated her by pretending to be poor. She's in therapy now. Good for her. Still not my problem. You're really going to let 18 months go to waste? Those 18 months were already wasted the moment she decided my worth was tied to my net worth. That was the last contact. I ended up selling the house in the hills. Too many bad associations. Bought a different place. Still nice, but more my style. Kept the Mercedes for a month, then traded it for a Genesis. Comfortable but understated. The Rolex went back in the safe. Started dating someone new last month. Met her at a bookstore. She drives a 2015 Civic and thinks my job sounds boring. Hasn't asked about money once. When I suggested dinner at a nice place, she countered with tacos from a food truck. She might be the one. The thing is, I learned something important from all this. There's a difference between being private about success and hiding who you are. I was so focused on not attracting gold diggers that I forgot to just be myself. The real me is somewhere between the Honda and the Mercedes, between Target and Tom Ford. But Melissa? She showed me what happens when someone loves the idea of you more than the reality. When image matters more than substance. When success is measured in status symbols instead of satisfaction. She wanted me to be successful like her ex. Turns out I was more successful than she could imagine, just not in the way she valued. And that's the real tragedy here. Not that we broke up, but that she never saw success as anything more than a bank balance and a luxury car. Last I heard, she was dating some crypto guy who promises he'll be rich once the market rebounds. Good luck with that, Melissa. You're gonna need it.